Machine going to make his way down into turn number 3 and 4 as they'll bring it up and forward. He goes around up in the outside of turn number 3 and 4. Down the front stretch, here's Mike Palmer trying to make it sick. Palmer gets into the back end and hits the wall hard up in turn number 1. Devin Willis knows where they go, tags him up in the corner, and yellow comes out. As 7 cars were scheduled to take the green flag, it looks like we have 6 that ended up taking the green. They'll check that number as they come around, but the green flag is out. Indeed it is. Christine Gagne at the back of the pack with the 09. So the green flag is out. 12 laps to distance, the only event of the night for the Strictly stop. That's the field, set to run. Feature event for the Ernie's Discount Tools Super Stocks takes the green flag. Picking up the pace, working through turn number 4. The green flag is out. Along the front stretch of the green flag is out. Maintaining about a 3 to 5 car length lead. As they come along the front stretch. And Zach Wood continues to build the lead. Is Sean Walker in the number 77. Just like all of the other divisions, everybody drawing for starting position as they made their way into the garage area. Sean Walker had a good draw. He was a 5-time winner last year in the Strictly Stock division. Car number 2 of Michael Pecor moving into a top 3 run. The 14 of Matt LePan trying to hang right with him. They're battling for that 3rd spot. LePan is on the inside, Pecor on the outside. Advantage goes to Pecor. He's into the top 3. As we have a car that has spun over in turn number 3, that is the Murray number 7. He has looped it, and he is still stuck over there in turn 3. Meanwhile, we got a couple of cars spinning over in turn number 2. Bear on the inside, Mario Claire on the rim, 3 wide, Danny Gagne, oh, he's way down low, trying to find some running room. I'm not sure if he clipped Chris Raby by the time he came off the turn number 2. That last lap, digging in off of turn number 2 and losing a spot or 2 was the 92 of Martin Pelletier. He had a rough ride. But out front, Bucko Branham leading 6 or 7 car lengths. Then it is Cedric Gauvreau in the 22C who runs in 2nd. In 3rd, just off of his back, Jack Spieshak in the 08. And then it is the number 3 for Michael Richard, who is running in the 4th position. Moise Paget bogged down in 5th. Chris Kaye had to hit the binders as he almost lost a spot. Is that Brianna Ledesor who was going back out of She came down the front stretch. She lost power. Number 4, checkered flags are out. And he's going to get the victory. Convincing win for Zach Wood. First feature win of the year goes to Plattsburgh's Sean Walker in the 77. Here comes Brent Jarvis, bobbled a little bit in 3, but he's got big enough cushion. He's going to win this one by a good 5-6 car lengths. It's win number 1 for the defending track champion Brent Jarvis. Tyler Terry is 2nd. He got a piece of the berm. That gives a big lead out front to Chris Raby. Raby through turns 3 and 4 on the outside. Checkered flags are out. It is Chris Raby with a win. Turn number 3, can Bucko Branham hold on for the win? Bobbles at 3, penalty on the outside, a drag race for the win along the front stretch. Who's it going to be? Branham, it looked like on the inside. '20 on the outside, Camp Gadju drawing now that 23 car gets the nose underneath down the backstretch into turn number 3. So it is still the 20 of Zach Wood showing the way. Hanging on somehow, in spite of the fact somehow that right rear is just hanging on. The 14 of LePan, and he'll take 3rd away. LePan goes to 3rd. The 13 of Smart goes recreational driving off the backstretch towards the Jersey barrier. He's inspecting them in the little backstretch. Duquette coming back on the inside. Throw a blanket on the top four. They're all running door to door in the top four positions. Now Duquette getting away a little bit out front. Again, Bernier in the 25, a very late arrival to the Speedway. Oh, contact over in 3. Jimmy Cottrell involved. He almost went over. The 63 of George Foley getting a piece of it. Branham slides back to the 4th spot. Pico 10 to the inside. Haywood on the outside. Racing for the lead. Coming down to take the white flag now. Nick Haywood's got the lead. Checkered flags are out. Back-to-back wins for the number 20 of Zach Wood. Flag, Sean Walker wins again. Front stretch, the Avery Energy 52X calls it a win. Along the front stretch, and the checkered flags are out. Flags flying for car 29 and Nick Haywood. Zach Wood starting in the final row is into the 4th spot, and he's kind of snookered right now behind the 23 of the 18 of Clem Bell on the outside right in front of him. Wood will buy his time and wait as Josh Laporte tries to run away and hide out with Daniels in the 95D. Lynn Denton tried to make a move towards the middle of the racetrack. Car didn't handle the way she really wanted it to. There goes the 42 of Caleb Corville off the top of turn 2. And to this point of the year, Brent Jarvis has a win at car 32. And the 52X has also a win this year. Problems for Joe Daniels right on the get-go. Green flag is out, and they're mixing it up already coming in at turn number 1. Chris Raby was the winner last night at Mohawk with a bit of a rough ride, as here comes Steve Bernier in the number 25 to the inside. Bernier hustles to the inside of the 91. Bernier to the 2nd spot. For the Eaglefield Ford Dirt Car 358 modified tonight, and here comes Bernier. Bernier wants to go down the outside. Getting a good run off the top of turn number 2. He'll shoot to the lead. Bruno, but the 01 appears to be off the pace. Certainly the typical pace that we're used to seeing from Chris Raby.
And as he goes into the corner, it seems like that car's pushing just a bit. The car's not really rolling over in the center of the corner, so perhaps missing the setup for the 01, or I don't know what the issue might be, but now he's able to work around the 91 of Travis Bruno.
Here comes Branham, 3 wide. Branham on the outside, trying to get to the 5th spot. 3 wide down the backstretch, going to turn 3. Bucko Branham working the rim on the outside. Jeremy DeWatt down on the inside, trying to move through. Law gets a spot, Branham gets a spot, and it is Forbes sliding backwards. In 2nd, Patrick Picotin is 3rd. Shane Pecor is 4th. Branham on the outside, he's into the top 5 now. Branham hustling into a 5th place position.
Boy, drivers as they come off of turn number 2 and head down the backstretch really must be working that sun that is up over turn number 3 as it's beginning to set in turn number 3, but for the drivers it must be an awful time off of turn number 2 as they start to work down the backstretch.
Pecor now working the back of the pack as he's up working down the backstretch into turn number 3, closing in on the back of the pack. Already setting the fast pace, and it's Jamie Begor. This will bring him back to everybody else in the field as the leader moves to the inside of Mike Palmer. Working into 1 and 2. Branham trying to stick down low. He's got good bite. Found it down low on the inside. Branham for the lead. Severance better. Run off the top of turn number 2. Now Picotin trying to come down on that 15B car. Ladasora goes back to 4th as Picotin was able to clear the way. Meanwhile, we got a traffic jam in turn 3. A couple of cars around. The front stretch checkered flags are out, and the winner is going to be the 45B of Josh Laporte. Checkered flags are out. Sean Walker makes it 3 for 3. Again, he'll look to the inside, going into turn number 4. Checkered flags are out for the 44. Tyler Terry wins. Checkered flags are out. St. Hyacinth, Quebec. Steve Bernier with the win. High. Checkered flags are out. Here they come. Down to the line. It's Bucko Branham for the win.
The race lead, working to the inside of the 78 of Michael Wright as he'll power his way up through the corner. Wright will work his way down off of turn number 2 as the 52 machine going to power his way down the back straightaway. That is Jim McKiernan. McKiernan going to work his way up as a side-by-side battle for the number 1 spot off the corner, and Alberta, Vermont's Michael Wright going to go to the front. The race lead, working to the inside of the 78 of Michael Wright as he'll power his way up through the corner. Wright will work his way down off of turn number 2 as the 52 machine going to power his way down the back straightaway. That is Jim McKiernan. McKiernan going to work his way up as a side-by-side battle for the number 1 spot off the corner, and Alberta, Vermont's Michael Wright going to go to the front.
And in turns 1 and 2, it's the outlaw, Jason Bruno in the 66 showing the way. Falling into line right now is the 2 of Rico Hernandez. Look out, 3 wide mid-pack. as the 08 of Jack Spieshawk looking down low. Lonnie Rivers is a car that's began to move up on top of the racetrack. Look at Rivers go on top in the R7. Mike Palmer trying to get there right now in the 85B.
Tyler Terry going back-to-back. 55 of Matt Woodruff.
Ricky Thompson wins it.
And your A-main feature winner will be the number 14 of Coleman Gulick.
Quebec Lightning Sprint feature event winner goes to the 28 of Jordan Poirier.
Is the 42 of Caleb Tourville showing the way, but now it's the 007 of Lynn Denton taking the position away on top of the racetrack. Green flag is out. Oh, and we've got the same problem. Look out, Dupree over on the front stretch on his roof. Running up on the back of Morlafter. Look out on the front stretch. Laramie goes around in the 91, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Ravi able to set the car down on the inside in the 01. Problem for Woodruff in the 55 as he's not up to pace. 01 of Ravi. The look down to the inside. Todd Stone working the top. 4 of Justin Severance. The 7W of Devin Willis and the 70 of McClatchy. The field comes to life and works down the back stretch. LaFountain gets the advantage. Vigor sideways. Here comes Andy Haywood. Haywood with a look down underneath. Tourville with his first win of 2018 in the Strictly Stock Division. 52, McKiernan gonna win it. Chris Ravi, number 3 of the year. off of turn number 4. First win of 2018 for Jamie LaFountain in the 20X.
There goes the 23 of Cam Gadju. He'll try to go to the lead. The 86 of Dave Demore is there on the inside. And the 45B of Josh Laporte.
Up on the outside lane as he will take the lead away as they roll up through the corner. Daniel's already up into the number 2 spot. Here comes Sean Walker up on the outside. He's going to get 1, he's going to get 2. He's going to move into the runner-up spot here very quickly in this event.
3 wide racing for second. The meat in the sandwich was Tony Salerno. He slides back. Brent Jarvis tries to move underneath as well. Oh, a little contact going towards turn 3. Tyler Terry on the outside, Jim McKiernan on the inside, even off of turn number 2. Slight advantage McKiernan, now slight advantage Tyler Terry on the outside as they go to turn number 3. Now 3 wide off of turn number 4. Nick Haywood boxed in down on the inside line. Branham had a bad run that time off of 3 and 4. Ricky Thompson's in trouble. The 1R goes up in smoke. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be the 45B for Josh Laporte.
They come down to the flag stand side by side for the race lead. They touch it at the line.
Tyler Terry gets the victory. The checkered flags are out. Shane Pecor gets the win. On the outside, here comes the 0 of Caleb Shepard. Now the 45B down to the inside off of turn number 2. He'll take the lead in the middle of the backstretch. He was in position this past Tuesday to pick up a win, but ended up with a flat tire on that 77 that sent him back to the pits.
Up into turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Michael Wright gets a little out of shape for a second, and a hole opens up. And Brett Jarvis going to drive it right through the middle. He goes to the lead in turn number 3. Steve Bernier going to go right to the bottom, up off of turn number 1 and 2, and it's going to be the 19 acing the restart. And the driver with a great move off the corner, starting to close in on Steve Bernier, is that St. Lawrence Radiology car number 01 machine of Chris Raby.
Out, we got a car around. Jamie LaFountain. Car is going into the infield. The 08 of Spishak, the 19 of Bigor. LaFountain spins. Getting a good run following through turn number 2. Josh Laporte, win number 3 for the 45B. Getting win number 5. Here he is on the front stretch.
Tyler Terry is going to victory lane in the Super Stocks.
Checkered flags are out for Jesse Mueller. Flags are out. It's Bucko Branham for the win.
Trying to take the race lead away up off the corner as he drives to the inside. Almost has enough to get him, but just not that time. As now Gadju works his way up through turn number 1 and 2. Gadju going to try to make a bid up off of turn number 2 that time as they with the 77 of Sean Walker down the back straightaway as they look to fight for position. Walker going to move down into the number 2 spot. They'll take that away up off of turn number 3 and 4 as they come around to click off number 1 with Daniels as your race leader. I believe will be the 31 of Jace Prano.
It was back on July the 21st. He runs in the 2nd position. And it's Josh Laporte in the 45B, and they're pulling away from Clem Bell in the number 18. Anthony Reynolds Coro drops the green flag, and we are racing in the Poiriers True Value Sportsman Modified Division. As the field works off of turn number 2, it's a lock jam going into turn number 3. They're 3 wide in areas around the speedway as they work off of turn number 4 along the front stretch down the line. The leader lap number 1 is Zach Daniels in the number 30 machine. 38 of Finney running in 4th. Willis runs in the 5th spot. Pico Tent right on his back bumper trying to get into the top 5. Ran up down the backstretch. Here comes Pico Tent. Pico Tent's in the mix down on the inside of the 48. In the hand of Kenny Marshall, and they're going to go to the 23 of Cam Gadget. But they're not going to catch Jack Spieshak tonight. He'll win it.
To the doctor, Danny Johnson, for the second time in 2018.
Here's Josh Laporte on the inside trying to get Demore for the number 2 spot up off of turn number 2. They're side by side off the corner, and it'll be Laporte nosing out ahead down the back straightaway. That'll backslide Demore into the number 3 position.
And look who is in second already off of turn number 2. Sean Walker runs in position number 2. Michael Daniels has the lead. For a spin, here's Mike Wright along the front. Shows Little Joe and the 44 get together. They go piling into the infield. Before we get a spinner, Mark Heron spins over in turn 2. 52X, no place to go. Roland Gay, no place to go. Here comes Mike Wells. He stayed in it the whole time. And the field powers into 1 and 2. The L1 of Chris Ravi on the outside, trying to grab third away from George Foley. Ravi on the outside, Foley on the inside. Here comes Ravi. Ravi drifts up high. They're trying to take the lead away in turn number 2. Shane Pecor, Patrick Picotet. They split the lap car. Down the backstretch, they're even into 3.
4th time in 2018 to Cam Gadget.
Down the line, checkered flags around. Who's going to win it? It's Tormo on the inside. Now down the front stretch, it's Brent Jarvis for the win. Highest in Quebec. 3rd win of the year for Steve Bernier. First career win for Patrick Picotet at the Airborne Park Speedway. And at the drop of the green flag, Glenn Bell takes his car way down low. That opens up some room for faster cars behind. Maybe not so much for Sean Moquin, who got snookered with the 76 car, but now he's able to get to the outside. He tried to make a move to the outside of Daniels in turn 4 and had to get on the binders as his car started to wash up towards the wall. But he is back on it. McKiernan's got a good car tonight, and he is closing quickly on the 9 of Joe Daniels. Ravi closing in and looking down low on the inside. They run wheel to wheel off of turn number 4. Power to the right rear for the 91 New York as Bruno tries to come after Woodruff. And it looks like the 2 of Wayner does get out on track. It's in the 3rd spot. Here's the 18, contact with the 38. That boxes it up and makes room for the inside line. Jamie LaFountain starts to move. He's going to try to take a spot away from Chris Kaye. Modified feature winner is Dave Demore in the 86. Checkered flag for the 2nd time this year. Jim McKiernan for the win. Steve Bernier going to victory lane at the Big A. Your winner off of turn number 4. It's Jamie LaFountain in the 20X.
Field works in a 1 and 2. Moquin shows the way. Glenn Bell in the 18 runs in 2nd. That's the 86 of Demore, but Josh Laporte with a good run up on top of the racetrack. Good start for Lynn Denton in the 007 as she has the lead out in front. Michael Daniels in the 95D runs in position 2. These 2 drivers were not necessarily friends. You think back to the infield incident that occurred, and they race side by side, not touching one bit. Jarvis 2nd. Joe Daniels has moved his way back to 3rd. Look out, sideways on the front stretch. McKiernan gets Daniels. He goes around, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. 91, he had to take evasive action, dive it down to the middle. He'll settle into position number 3. Mueller's bouncing around down on the inside in turns 1 and 2. He got on the binders, hooked the cushion, and he runs back in position number 7. On the outside, it's Josh Laporte picking up the victory. Number 7 of the year for Sean Walker in car 77. Number 4, down to the line, Tyler Terry by inches. 38-point advantage for Steve Bernier in the point standings. Down to the line, Mike Finney wins it. Division checkered flag is out. First career win for Jason McClatchy.
Sean Moquin in car 76 grabs the early lead. Dave Demore in car 86 runs in 2nd. 3rd, here comes the 23 of Sean, Cam Gadget, I should say.
And she'll go into turn number 1 and 2 with the race lead, but here's Caleb Torville working it up on the top side, quickly trying to get to the front as they make their way down the backstretch, trying to close the gap between 1st and 2nd.
They're 3 wide racing for the 5th spot, and Tony Salerno's on the wrong side of the track. He was on the outside racing for a spot, and he ended up off the top of turn number 2. Comes back out on track. We stay under green. Out, so look out, we got some contact. Jim McKiernan, Sean Duquette trying to hang on to it. Roger Labreche, the little outside on the outside. Both the 91 and the 100 lifting that left front tire right up off the racing surface. 3 wide in the middle of the pack. The 111 Gatorworks machine trying to get the front tires, putting up a fight on the outside, trying to hang on to second, making a bid for the lead on the outside lane. Now here comes Jeremy Law. He's through on the inside. He's going to grab second. Stearns fights back on the outside. 76 car that is going to be Sean Moquin for the win.
77 of Sean Walker. Superstock feature number 1 going to go to Tyler Terry.
Who's it going to be off of 4? Down the line. Decker flag, Michael Wright wins. 358 modified champion is Steve Bernier in the 25. Contact at 3 and 4. They touch again, coming off of 4. Down to the line. It's going to be Jeremy Law in the 90. Green flag is out. Mini modified feature event number 1, and they're 3 wide racing for 3rd. And there are the top 2 point guys. Josh Laporte, the current point leader, makes a good move, threading the needle, getting up to 3rd. The lead away from Clem Bell. Both 18 cars, so we're pretty good at different points of the earlier feature. Jacob Barrows has the advantage on the outside. 3 wide move from Josh Laporte on the inside. Daniels from the outside has the lead. The 42 of Caleb Torville trying to bring that outside line to the 2nd spot. And the 77 of Sean Walker, who started on the inside behind the 007, but snookered. He'll lose a couple of spots, now going after 3rd on the outside. Here is a bid for the lead. Caleb Torville is looking to go 2 for 2 on the night. Corey Castell smacks the wall coming off of turn number 4. Slammed the wall along the front stretch twice with 2X. 3 wide in the middle of the backstretch.
Get interesting, but Laporte at the line will pick up the win.
To the 86 of Dave Demore, driver the 42 of Caleb Torville, as he'll win our strictly stock 2nd feature event.
Sportsman modified, the 93 of Chris Frenier. Outside with the 23, the 45B of Josh Laporte down low. As they work their way off of turn number 2 down the backstretch, Clem Bell's going to go off the top of turn 2. It is Lynn Denton with the 007 out front. Michael Daniels in the 95D runs in 2nd. And already Sean Walker has made his way up to 3rd with car 77. Gay running 3rd. Tyler Terry way up high on the outside. He goes 3 wide, trying to take the spot off of turn 2. Roland Gay goes for a spin. They'll race off into turns 1 and 2. Raptoy gets a good run on the outside at turn number 2. He'll drive down the backstretch. He's got the lead by 2 car lengths. Auburn runs 2nd. Adam Pearson runs in 3rd. Lonnie Rivers is 4th. Look at the lead for Pearson. Oh, he aced that restart. White flag unfurled. 1 lap to go for the 15 of Adam Pearson.
Boyer wins the drag race up into turn number 1 and 2, slides up in front of Hebing, and Imogen tries to dive back down by the bottom. Can't get him as they roll down the back straightaway once again.
A track champion for 2018. 4 down the line. Who's it going to be? It looks like Sean Walker. The win, it's going to go to the 32 of Brent Jarvis. 4 down the front stretch. The 15 of Adam Pearson wins. Here he works through turn number 4, down the front stretch. Checkered flags are out, and the winner is going to be the 45B of Josh Laporte. Checkered flag is out. It's going to be the 45B for Josh Laporte. Josh Laporte, win number 3 for the 45B.
Laporte, 45B. Drag race off the 4th turn, down to the line. On the outside, it's Josh Laporte picking up the victory.
First feature win of the year goes to Plattsburgh Sean Walker in the 77. Sean Walker wins again. Checkered flags are out. Sean Walker makes it 3 for 3, getting win number 5. Here he is on the front stretch.
Number 7 of the year for Sean Walker in car 77.
77 of Sean Walker.
4 down the line. Who's it going to be? It looks like Sean Walker. Going to win this one by a good 5-6 car lengths. Out down the front stretch. It's Brent Jarvis for the win. just about cruise home from here. Here he comes off of turn 4 along the front stretch, and the checkered flags are out. Steve Bernier gets the win. Checkered flags are out. St. Hyacinthe, Quebec. Steve Bernier with the win. Here comes your winner off of turn number 4 from St. Hyacinthe, Quebec. Third win of the year for Steve Bernier.
Steve Bernier going to victory lane at the Big A.
4 more points now, a 38-point advantage for Steve Bernier in the point standings.
358 modified champion is Steve Bernier in the 25. Racing for the lead, coming down to take the white flag now. Nick Haywood's got the lead. They go into turn number 1. Again, Pico 10 digging down low. Haywood does it bobble in 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. Haywood leading by 2 car lengths. They work into turn number 3. Haywood in the 29. It's the high line through 3 and 4. It's the checkered flags flying for car 29 and Nick Haywood.